Hi, my name is Tim Kubanak. I'm Mr. K to my kids. I teach 6th grade math at John Yates Middle School in Suffolk, Virginia. If you feel the need to email me or make a phone call, feel free. Welcome to my classroom. Based on what you may have heard already from your teacher, we may be working together this year, and I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to share my expertise with you guys, and hopefully you can learn something, and maybe I can learn from you as well. But for now, when we cover the 5 W's, who, what, where, when, how, well, that's not a W, but anyway. What are we doing? Well, we're teaching 6th grade math, and you're hopefully learning 6th grade math. When it comes to 6th grade math, there are many ways of presenting it, many ways of teaching it, many ways of learning it, and I think that through our combined efforts, we can give the best chance for you to learn what you need to learn. I might be the best way for you to learn something. Ms. Keller might be the best person to teach you a particular skill, and Ms. Ice might be the best person to teach you something else. But by having 3 different resources instead of just one, we hope that we could instill in you a love of learning and maybe even teach you some math. Through the program Teaching Without Borders, we want to exploit your love of technology, and we want to use those things in the classroom and have you use them outside the classroom as well. So things like your PC at home, your laptop, your tablet PC, your smartphone, various internet resources. All these things can have a positive impact in the classroom, and we want to try that this year. We also want to use our classroom time as effectively as possible. We don't want to spend all of our time writing things on the board, teaching things that can be summarized in a way that's easier for you to access. And if that means using the technology that you know how to use already, then well, why not? Let's try that. It may free up some time to have a little more fun in the classroom, which sometimes is hard to do, at least from the teaching side. So maybe we can all have a little fun this year. How are we going to do that? I think one of the things that Ms. Keller, Ms. Ice, and myself want to do is we want to bring our lessons to the internet. We want to put our lessons online. We want not only you to learn something from it, but we also want your parents to learn something from it. Hi, parents. And we want to do that by using short video lessons, things that can be stopped and paused and rewound and fast forwarded through at any time, so that you can review on your own, you can gain knowledge at home and anywhere else in the world. Your parents can do the same. And we can use our class time to better focus on what you need to learn. If you already know some of the skills that we need to teach, why should we waste your time on teaching them again? Let's focus on what you need to know. Let's focus on the skills that you need in the real world. Let's focus on activities that can incorporate those skills and make them relevant to you. You're going to take notes, but you may not always take notes in class. You may take notes at home. You may take notes while sitting at a computer watching a video just like this. You may be leaving feedback on a website. You may be writing questions down as a form of homework. So instead of your homework just being solve this problem, solve that problem, it may be take notes and be ready to discuss tomorrow. It may be leave a comment on my Edmodo page. Technology, it's fun. Let's use it. And we're going to have more time to apply what we learned in class. That may be in the form of activities. It may be just in normal classwork that we have from day to day. It may be in the form of creating something. And what teachers are learning more and more is that for you to create something new that can be accessible to everybody, that's a very high form of learning, and we want to exploit that. We want to see what you can create. We know that a lot of you are creative people. You can draw, not me. But why can't we do that in the classroom? Why can't we do that in math? Why can't we do that in science, technology, engineering? All the STEM fields require some form of creativity. And not only creativity, but also the knowledge that makes that relevant. At this time, you've probably already paused and took notes and wrote down things to ask, right? Just checking. Where is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? Well, it can happen anywhere. It can happen in the classroom. These videos can be watched during homeroom if you don't have the ability to see them at home. They can be viewed at home, obviously, after school, as a form of home work. They can be presented during the school day, maybe in my school's example, as a form of like a PE pullout, physical education pullout. If you need a few extra minutes to look at a video, take some notes, and then head off to class, boom, you're all set. Can you look at it at your grandparents' house? Sure, why not? Heck, teach your grandparents how to do it too. Can you go to the public library? Of course. Can you look on your smartphone? Yeah. How many people ever told you you can use your smartphone for class? It's maybe the only time. So use it. Can you use a tablet PC? Yes. Can you use a PC, laptop? Yes. Yes. All of these things. We want to put technology in your hands and use it for a good reason. Lastly, why are we doing this? I'm not doing it just to make more work for myself and to come in 3 weeks before school starts to wrap my head around it. We want to make sure you can own your learning. We want to make sure that you understand what you're learning. We want to use what you already know to bolster what we want you to know. And it's obvious. I'm in Virginia. Miss Keller, Alabama, Miss Ice, Georgia. We're in 3 different states. So you could imagine how hard it might be to coordinate that, to make all of our lessons identical and make them all paced out the same way. But since we do different things, but we're all teaching the same math, we can all learn from each other. There are only 3 rules in my class, and in just a second I'll show you them because they're around my room. Be ready, be respectful, and be responsible. I think responsibility is big. Going from the 5th grade, which is elementary school here, to 6th grade, which is in the middle school, takes a lot of responsibility. You are responsible for taking care of your work, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're keeping your hands and feet to yourself. That's a little bit of a rules thing. But we want you to be responsible for your work too. We want you to be responsible for your learning. We're going to do whatever we can to help you along and to get you where you need to be. But there's also a personal responsibility to understand, to be able to ask questions, and to take ownership of your learning. This program gives us more time to work with you. If we're not spending our time watching you take notes and going over those notes in class, we have more time to take part in activities, to have fun, to apply the skills that we're trying to impart. But that also gives us time to work with you if you're having a hard time understanding something. While other folks are doing an activity, I can work with another student who's struggling. At some point that may have been you. At some point that was me. And having that time to work with a teacher or to work with a partner, a friend, a neighbor, a classmate, whatever, gives you a chance to show what you know. I'm going to throw some buzzwords out here, but you may not know what they are, so just hang on. Differentiated instruction is a phrase that's thrown around schools a lot. That's teacher talk for giving you what you need when you need it. And that's all this is. We want to make sure that you get what you need content-wise, when you need it, and it's always available too. Teachers want students to master their content. They want to understand understand things, and they want them to like the content. And we also want parents to understand what's going on as well. In previous years, I've had a blog that I've noted what I've done in class, and that's great and all, but why can't I bring that to the parents? Why can't I bring my teaching to the parents? I think that parents want to know just as well as the kids what's going on in class. So hopefully this is something that we can follow through with, we can gain mastery from, and we can have fun the process too. Well, that's all I have for today. I know you're probably wondering where I am and what's around this room, so if you don't mind, I'll give you a quick tour around the room, and I'll wrap up our first little meeting here. And I look forward to seeing you guys really soon. Hopefully we can set up a web conference or a Google Hangout or some sort of video conference where we can get to know each other a little well. Maybe you can see some of my kids as well. And I'll say thanks now, and then I'll say thanks when I'm done. Let's take a look around the room real quick. This is my tablet, so it's a little bit clunky, so my apologies. That's a chalkboard. That's a sign. My class rules: be ready, be responsible, be respectful. It's a little bit zoomed in. It's a little disorienting to walk around the room with this. And you can see some stuff around my room. It's my word wall, my whiteboard. How can you expect to blank if you can't even blank? I challenge you to fill those words in. My anchor board is my green monster, as we like to call it. And there's books. Well, we don't like books very much. War Eagle. I'm an Auburn guy. Sorry, guys. And that's about it. It's a pretty simple classroom. I'll put that back here. And again, I just want to say thanks. I appreciate the opportunity to work with you guys. Hopefully we can work together soon. And if I could be of any help, I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot.